As a leader, what can you do to motivate your followers? There are a lot of options, but if you're a transactional leader, you'll choose a carrot and stick approach. You'll reward excellent performance and punish those who fall short. Transactional leaders adopt a telling style of control. They tell their staff what to do, and they expect those employees to listen because of promised rewards and punishments. So, what are some of the telltale signs of transactional leadership? Here are 5 things to look out for. The first characteristic of transactional leadership is that these leaders follow a rigid hierarchy, and based on the chain of command, they maintain authority over their subordinates. Second, the style relies on intrinsic motivators, which are external incentives like raises and time off, to appeal to an employee's self-interest. Third, leaders see their relationship with subordinates as an exchange and will use a reward and penalty system to keep the group in line. Fourth, the framework adheres to inflexible rules and structures. All employees are expected to follow the same guidelines, and there's no room for out-of-the-box thinking. And finally, the style is committed to upholding the status quo. These leaders don't modify how things are done. They work within established companies and rely on those existing structures. Depending on your needs, the transactional style can create enormous value. And if your team requires an extra push, it's a practical approach that can lead to a few notable benefits. The first benefit of transactional leadership is that the style provides a clear and easy structure. Expectations and procedures are straightforward. Employees know what's expected of them, and that eliminates confusion. Second, with its reward and penalty system, the transactional style can lead to heightened motivation. Employees know their efforts won't go unrecognized, and that motivates them to appeal to their self-interest and push forward. And third, the approach can increase productivity. Employees are given clear directions so they don't waste time questioning what needs to get done. Plus, the promise of a reward can encourage staff to get more done faster. Despite those benefits, however, transactional leadership isn't always the best approach. It's a cut-and-dry style, and that can lead to its own problems. The first drawback of transactional leadership is that the framework stifles creativity because in a status quo environment, there's no room for new ideas, independent thoughts, or employee inspiration. Second, transactional leadership can stall development because sticking to the status quo means new, better ideas are never generated. Innovation doesn't happen, and so progress remains stagnant. And third, the framework can lower employee engagement. Some staff members need more flexibility than this style offers. They want to think independently, share their creativity, and make a positive impact. As always, different leadership styles are appropriate for different situations. So, when does transactional leadership work best? As a rule of thumb, only use this style if the following are true. First, if you require structure, the approach can work great. Rather than coming up with new ideas, this style allows you to improve productivity within an existing framework and ensure that processes run smoothly. Second, the style is also effective if tasks are specific and clearly defined. In such cases, your team will benefit from a leader who gives strong directions and lays out what needs to happen and by when. Third, only use transactional leadership if you're confident that subordinates are motivated by rewards and punishments. Not all teams perform well under this structure, so take a look at the people around you and ask yourself, what do they need? And finally, if you're in a crisis, the transactional style can get you out of the quicksand. It's great for dealing with the here and now because it allows you to take an assertive role, assign responsibilities, and motivate staff to work efficiently. If you've decided to utilize the transactional approach, remember that responsibility rests in your hands. It's up to you to keep your team on target. So, set clear goals, give the group guidance and direction, And don't hesitate to offer constructive feedback alongside those rewards and penalties. Follow these tips, and remember to keep your team and workplace needs in mind, and you can use the transactional style to reap numerous rewards and boost your business success.